It's Tori with Tori's Two Cent. I am bringing you another Reddit story. I'm gonna be quite honest. I'm probably about to flood. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and flood YouTube with all the Reddits that I love and keep making videos. I'm having a blast. Why stop now? So, anyway, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I think I forgot to say that in my last video, but that would mean so much to me. Yeah, your support is everything for me to keep going. So, I do have another story here for you. Let's go ahead and jump right in. So this one says, am I the a-hole for telling my widowed girlfriend, 36 female, that I think she is settling for me, 34 male? No. But we'll hear the story first. But before I hear the story, my answer is no, because I mean technically, if you're a widow, if the man that you loved didn't die, you would still be with him. So on technicality, it's true. But let's go. Let's go ahead and see what the story says. Am I the a hole for telling my widowed girlfriend, 36 female, that I think she is settling for me, 34 male? My girlfriend lost her husband 12 years ago. They were high school sweethearts and each other's first love. We've been together for 3 years now and are living together. She still grieves her husband, especially on certain anniversaries, birthdays, and holidays. I've lost people too, and I understand this kind of pain never truly goes away. You simply get used to living with it. So when this happens, I give her space to deal with it, which she seems to appreciate. As of late, she has been opening up more about him. This has been a beneficial impact on her mental well being, and she seems to be happier. The problem is that the more she talks about her late husband, the more I realize he and I are completely different people, and the dynamics of my relationship and hers with her husband are also very different. She would, she would say how in their relationship, her husband would take charge and she was perfectly fine with letting him do so. She would also say how safe she felt with him. In our relationship, we constantly butt heads because we both want to be in charge. We had a vacation last year, which was a great success, but the planning of it was hell, forcing the both of us to compromise. In our 3 years together, not once did she say that she felt safe with me. It doesn't help that both of them look really good together, like some sort of good looking power couple. The guy is built like a rugby player, and if he had his arms wrapped around me like his were hold on. The guy is built like a rugby player. And if he had his arms wrapped around me like his were around her, well, I'd probably be feeling safe too. Aesthetically, my girlfriend and I are much more of a mismatch. Something she herself pointed out. She admitted to us not looking that great together because she thinks that we look like an age gap couple, which bothers her. We are roughly the same height. I look skinnier than him and have overall boyish appearance in spite of me working out. If he was Bruce Wayne, I'd be at best poor man's Peter Parker, that without any powers. Besides, both of her exes are physically closer to her husband's appearance, while I am the outlier, so clearly she has a type and I'm not it. In addition, she's a worrier, and I get that this is due to her past trauma, but having to text every time I'm running late or having to text whenever I reach my destination when I'm having a guy's night out or having to answer her constant texts asking if I'm all right makes me feel like I'm actually back living with my mom. To be honest, all of this feels quite emasculating. We have been talking about getting married and starting a family, which I have been initially all for. But given the above, part of me is feeling that while she likes being with me, she is ultimately settling for me out of convenience and comfort. I'm the safe and boring option. I've always felt that I was more into her than the inverse, and now I can't help but feel like maybe there is some guy out there who is probably a better fit. I don't want to get married only for her to come to the realization and leave. We had a talk yesterday about the fact that I seem to be stalling with our future plans, and I basically told her all of this. She listened. She didn't get mad or anything. She just went quiet. She was very clearly disappointed and simply said she needed some time to think and left to stay at her sister's place. She eventually texted saying that we will talk soon. Her sister, meanwhile, texted telling me to grow the F up before I ruin a good thing. So I stand on what I said. Definitely not the a hole. In what way, shape, or form would you expressing yourself and how you feel make you the a hole? And you shouldn't be shamed for that either. Oh, grow up before you ruin a good thing. That's like so insensitive to say. I'm expressing that something is an issue to me. This is how I feel about something, and I need to grow up. The problem is I'm grown enough to let you know how I feel. But I feel like this is such a touchy subject because in my head, this is the very reason why I could never be with somebody that is not with somebody due to death. Like if you were previously married and they died, you didn't just divorce, they died. Like I would always feel second fiddle, no matter whether you talked about them, celebrated it, and I feel like she drags it. I mean, he says about like how much she celebrates their anniversaries and birthdays, and she goes into like funks, and that to me would be totally intolerable. I couldn't do it. And not that you're wrong, but that would literally make this issue even bigger to me. Like you're grieving right before my eyes still over another man, and I'm your new man. And I don't even give you the feelings that the old man gave you. Like this is tough. This is the exact reason why I couldn't be. I would always, for the rest of my life, if I married that person, I would for the rest of my life feel like they settled for me. Because if your other person was still living, there was no way that you would be with me. The it probably wouldn't have even aligned like in a divorce or nothing for you to end up with me. You're only with me by way of this person dying, and then to know that I'm completely different from anybody you dated, not to mention your high school sweetheart, baby, this is a lot. You're definitely not the a hole. Your feelings are valid. I would 100% feel the same exact way too. I don't even know what would make me comfortable in this scenario because it would be hard for me to tell somebody to not grieve or to not celebrate. I mean, like it would be hard for me to be like, so how long do you plan? Like I've been with you 3 years, so how long do you plan on keeping this up? Like, how do you have that conversation when it comes to grief? But he's definitely not the a hole. I can 100% say that with certainty. So he did reply to a comment, so let's look at this. Thank you for your comment, and I'm sorry for your loss. I don't know what type of therapist she sees. Her therapy is something we've never discussed because I feel like I was prying on something private, and she never did broach the subject. I'm actually her second serious boyfriend after her husband's passing. Her ex was apparently quite pushy about her letting go and moving on, and this was a part of what broke them up. Wow, okay. I really hope that I'm not coming across to be like her ex, but unlike him, I really don't want to pressure her to move on. This is absolutely her business on her timetable. All I want, at the risk of sounding really corny, and I can't believe I'm writing this, is for her to love me like I love her and to not simply be with me because it's comfortable. That is 100% valid. I mean, what can you say about that? He's definitely has feelings of like, not being loved enough, especially in comparison to like you're still grieving your ex-husband, birthdays, anniversaries. I'm with the last guy. When you gonna shake this? Otherwise I got to move around because I can't deal with that. Somebody said being emasculated because your girlfriend wants to know where you are because her last husband died when she was 24 is absurd. He says that's fair, and while I get it, it still feels mentally taxing. It's also a collection of little things over time, which I didn't include in the post. The most recent examples is not so long ago, one of my friends was talking about potentially going skydiving for his 40th birthday. Well, my girlfriend basically scoffed at the idea of doing this and declined for me before I could answer. My friend responded something along the lines of, "Sorry, girlfriend, I didn't realize I had to check with mommy first." It was all quite embarrassing, to be honest. I can't help but wonder if she would have had the same reaction if that was her late husband or even her ex boyfriend. For one, don't let nobody talk to your lady like that. Ugh. I didn't realize I had to check with mommy first. Don't do her like that now. He also dropped a comment. I feel like supporting her and being there for her is exactly what I've been doing up until now. However, it is really that bad to have insecurities, and is it fair to be given the silent treatment over it? And maybe she is choosing me right now, and her main concern is to have children, and I'm her best bet for that. I want kids too, but for the right reason. Dang, I feel like the comments are kind of bullying. Like, did they deem him the a hole? What did I miss? Did they deem him the a hole? Because personally, I don't think that he's the a hole. I think he's 100% valid. I'm really surprised that the comments are kind of like digging at him for how he feels. Because I'm like, no adult wants to feel like I need to know your every move every second. I know somebody passed, but I don't feel like I should be subject to the trauma that you're experiencing. Like, you need to know that because of your past trauma. I don't that's not the trauma that I carry. I don't feel like I should be held responsible for, like I could do it out of mindfulness and consideration. Hey, just want to let you know I made it. But if that's like I got to do that every time, baby, I can't. I can't. Not even because I don't want to. I don't think to. I feel like 90% of the world does not think to do that once they've reached every single destination. Or I got to run everything by you because you're scared of me dying. That is no way to live. Like, tomorrow is not promised regardless. We have to live. We have to be in life. We cannot, like, sit and dwell on fear of dying. We're going to die. We're going to die one day. Let's live. Let's be in the moment. But like it's giving, he's responsible for all the feelings and concerns that she has regarding death. I mean, technically. Finally, I see a good comment. Not the a-hole. You're being open and honest and your feelings are valid. I wouldn't marry this person or remain in a relationship. That's a good take. I personally wouldn't. But if he can find security and her love for him, why not? But I don't know that it would last long with him already going into it with these type of issues. Let's see what someone else said. Not the a hole. You're in a tough spot, and it sounds like you've been very patient and understanding with your girlfriend's grief and emotional process. It's entirely reasonable to have doubts and to voice them, especially when the relationship dynamic makes you feel insecure or emasculated. It seems that your girlfriend may be still working through her feelings about her late husband, and as she opens up more, it's natural to compare yourself to him. But if those comparisons leave you feeling like you're a second choice or someone she's just settling for, then those feelings are important to address. I agree. The fact that she didn't get angry and instead went quiet could suggest that your concerns hit home for her too, and maybe she hasn't fully realized how her actions are affecting you. Or maybe she's also grappling with her own doubts. Either way, you deserve to feel valued and wanted in your relationship, not just a replacement for a past love. It's crucial to have open conversations about how you both envision your future together. Her sister's reaction, while harsh, could also come from a place of protectiveness, but it doesn't invalidate your feelings. Relationships require two people who both feel secure and supported, and your emotional needs are just as valid as hers. When you do talk, it's essential to emphasize that you're not just concerned about aesthetics or superficial comparisons, but about the emotional safety and feel like a true partner in her life. Maybe couples therapy could help both of you navigate this sensitive situation. 100% agree. It was only posted 5 hours ago, so I won't go through all those comments. But yeah, you have the title. Am I the a-hole for telling my widowed girlfriend, 36 female, that I think she is settling for me at 34 male? And maybe she's on a time crunch, like 36. She might be just in a hurry and like, oh well, I'm already in a relationship for 3 years. Yeah, this would make me feel all around insecure. Not the a-hole. Nope, you're not. Well, that's just my 2 cents. What do I know? Never been in this situation. I never put myself in this situation. But that's just my 2 cents, my opinion. Drop yours in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well while you're at it. And I'm flooding today. Back with another video. Bye.